There's a song in my head, and I
see,
can't even.
you can see right through our shirts, but not through Chris. He's solid.
No,
Oh, not really.
the yellow.
Yeah, the yellows. You see right through some of the yellow too.
Really?
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is an ILNL budget show.
Oh.
Welcome to ILNL.
Nil mean zero. Zero budget.
I0. Like iPhone, iPad, I0.
I.
Me. Me too. Me.
I know.
Me,
Well,
me.
I can't sing that song either.
No,
I know.
your post.
What post?
Made a post he kept calling everybody Mr. Anderson. And then you just bust out with that, quoting him.
Me, me, me.
Me too.
Oh God. What is going on?
The world.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
Yep.
I'm in the Matrix, and
It's
I've got to
funny
find
we're
a way.
talking about superhero stuff. Let's start the show.
I'm always talking about superhero stuff. That's what
All right, guns.
do. What are you doing?
It's my superhero and I'm hulking up.
Please don't hurt yourself, because I can't move you.
Oh.
So, talking about moving heaven and earth, Kang's about to move heaven and earth with the first movie in Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And that's the act of desperacy to make stuff connect.
Desperacy?
Yes.
We're using that?
Yes.
Well, zero budget.
Oh my God.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So, a lot of the trailers have dropped for Quantumania, showing little bits and pieces of what this first movie is going to be with the whole thing of the multiverse and the Kang saga and all of that. And I just want to start off by saying, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm really thinking about seeing this in IMAX.
Probably look good.
When they showed the IMAX trailer in 4K on YouTube, I was like, that is a beautiful movie.
I need to watch that.
So imagine seeing that 4K picture on an 8K screen. So big, your eyes can't see all of the view.
Well, for all of that, I'm shut up.
It's so big, Chris. So very big. You can't contain it on one screen.
We have. This is what happens when you take that left turn at Albuquerque.
But back to what I was talking about. It looks very, very good. It looks extremely good. And I'm ecstatic for what this whole Kane saga is gonna be. Like seeing what they did in Loki.
Yeah.
I'll be a little honest too. I kind of felt a certain way about Majors. I can't think of his first name.
Jonathan?
Yeah, I think it's Jonathan Majors. Like, I felt a certain way about him being Kang the Destroyer. That's right? That's the name?
Conqueror.
And then I saw this. And I was like, I'm sold.
Well, I mean, he has range, so.
Well, that's a
That-
given.
I was sold on Loki, though.
I wasn't sold on Loki because we didn't get to see Kang the Destroyer, we saw the version of Kang that was trying to prevent the Conqueror. I keep saying Destroyer, the Conqueror from coming out.
Because I think he was called the Story of Worlds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we get to see that character, and
possibly others, which means even more range.
Because they killed him. Oh, did they kill him
Yes.
on Loki? Yeah.
yeah, they killed him. That opened up the multiverse because he was the one that was keeping the timelines in sync.
What was her name? Sosie,
I don't know.
the female variant.
Oh,
of Loki.
The
I can't think of
Destroyer
her name.
timelines. Yikes! But this looks very, very, very good. Have either of you seen the trailers? Any of the trailers for this? Well,
I've seen them all.
so what are your thoughts? What is your anticipation for the first movie of Phase 5?
I was thinking this will be awesome, but now, if you watched the last show, you'd understand
The whole AMC thing.
about this extra charge.
You're going to pay a premium to sit in the luxury box section.
When does this come out?
Soon. I
Next
can't
month,
remember.
ain't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because Cocaine Bear is first. I'm waiting for Cocaine Bear. Oh man, we should be talking about Cocaine Bear. But no, please go
And
ahead.
this brings up another question. So, if all the regular seats are sold out, are you forced to sit
it's next
in
week.
the other seats and pay $2 extra?
But
a
that
good
doesn't start.
question.
But the price hike that doesn't. When is that supposed to start?
I don't know.
I'm not certain.
Because
Yeah, it might not be in time for when this drops.
this drops next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
This upcoming. Well,
By the
by the
time
time
everyone
the
sees this, it would already been
out.
released.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm interested in seeing this, but the way the movies are being set
but
up,
dude, you're not still going to the theater. So that means you're not to wait on it, right?
I still haven't gone yet. So
Yeah. Is this your movie?
again, it depends on the prices at this point.
Well, you braved the weather to go see Wakanda.
Because I'm really don't want to go the old school broke teenager route for watching movies.
Which is,
Internet.
I thought you were going to say something else. I'm fine with the internet.
So
Well, that was a nice way of saying the internet.
Yes.
Welcome to Pirate Bay.
So. Well, no. The only reason why I ended up
Throwback.
doing Wakanda Forever in the movie theaters was because I was out. I was having brunch with my homeboy.
And you happen to wear white.
No.
No, just
And
that was the day he wore white.
he was
out there.
like, "Yo, you want to go see Wakanda Forever?" I'm like, because we're right next to. We were at Clyde's, and so it's just like, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm not in school right now. Bump it. And I needed some happiness in my life, so yeah.
You needed happiness in your life and you went to go see Wakanda Forever? Mm-hmm. That movie was gut-wrenching.
The movie was a spiritual journey.
That thing had people up in the theater crying. I teared up a lot.
Yeah. Do you not know that you went through a whole ritual at the end? It literally took everybody on a ritual.
I am so soulless.
No, so a lot of people didn't realize that that moment where the fabric was being burned. So
Yeah.
remember what Ramona said about the fabric burning and this
Yeah.
So in that moment when Shuri burned it, and it was just like super quiet. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty
they
sure
dropped out
that
the sound.
whole everything, and everybody was real quiet.
Yeah.
Everybody took that moment to reflect. So on the movie, she was reflecting on T'Challa,
Yeah.
but we were all reflecting on Chadwick Boseman. And in that moment where the fabric was burning, we were actually
releasing
going through
grief.
grief.
Huh.
I didn't realize that until it was burning, and I looked at the fabric, and I know, like, so being a priest and everything, or just being an African culture, period, we wear different fabrics for different things. So I'm not going to wear a wedding fabric for a funeral. As a, in the Ghanaian spiritual tradition, the Ghanaian tradition, period, the Akan tradition, you wear black and red to funerals. So, yeah. So,
How fitting.
yeah.
Huh. So
So I learned something today.
I learned something too, and
So
I hate
did
to
you.
I hate to flip it back, but moving into this movie,
There's going to be, I mean, I can only imagine the Easter eggs that are in this. Like, it's going to be crazy. Oh, real quick, I know, I'm going to leave it alone. There was a guy she heard of the Jabari tribe, right?
yeah,
Okay, so Jabari is actually one of the guys. He went to Ellington. Yeah, he was one of the few people. You know Jabari.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually in Wakanda Forever. When
scene?
that last scene when they had released T'Challa's coffin up in the sky.
Yeah.
And when they did this, whatever, he was down there with them dressed in white.
He was one of the extras,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
but he
technically
was prominently seen.
Well, no, I mean, he was an extra, but of course, he did a lot he had a lot to do with the drumming and the dancing and things. Like him and Chadwick, like they knew each other. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, but Quantumania, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be, especially with this being the outbreak of what is it, 5?
Phase 5.
Phase 5.
Yep.
It's going to be
Kang
super
Dynasty.
Easter eggs in that joint.
Yeah. Again, it just looks fabulous, and from the trailers, it gives me that the Doctor Strange vibes. So it's going to be a really interesting kickoff, and I'm still surprised that Ant-Man is such a staple in the MCU.
Two things about that. One, the book that he wrote, the book that Ant-Man wrote about being an Avenger and all the stuff,
Yeah.
his memoir,
Yeah.
they're making it a real book.
Oh,
You can
that's
pre-order it on Amazon, as a real book.
That's going to be wild.
cool.
Second thing was, there is a fan theory about, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. Dude that's from the Good Place.
Nigerian.
Yes.
Yes. Chico. Chinen, no. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it was like Chine was the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
There's a theory that his character is actually supposed to be Mr. Fantastic. They've said the name of the character, which is not Reed Richards or anything like that, but their theory is that
Cheetah, yeah.
he might be Mr.
I'm not going
Fantastic.
there.
Because
I
Kang,
don't even want to talk about Fantastic Four for what they did to my dude.
He's not even Nigerian. He looks Nigerian. He probably is ancestrally.
but I mean, if you're talking Kang, you kind of have to, because Kang is a descendant of the Richards family.
There's so much I don't know.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Kang shares the same name as Reed Richards' father, which I think is Nathaniel Richards.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Moving into the next story, because I don't even know how I'm going to transition into that. Oh, I know how to do it. Speaking of old people, James Gunn said, no, 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 not today, to James Clooney. Not James Clooney, dang.
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
No
Jason.
bat nipples
Which is prominently
on display, glistening.
shining, pointed. Don't sing Bat Dance.
That's the wrong.
I know,
movie.
just came to mind for me.
Yeah, this
Oh,
one.
you don't know what Bat Dance is? No.
That's the Batusi.
I don't know.
Bat
Okay.
Dance was the song Prince did.
That's
For-
what's
for
called.
Remember
Batman.
the very first?
That's what's called, man.
Yeah, that's what
Party
you said.
Man.
No, he did Bat. He did the whole
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
His Party Man, Bat Dance. I don't remember the other ones.
I gotta remember what Bat Dance, how Bat Dance goes.
Yeah, I think I have it. If I do, I'll put it in your hands. Either way,
Fine.
Clooney. So James Gunn is changing the game as far as DC. Like, he's ruffling feathers. He's not welcoming people back. And a lot of projects that were on the punch list for DC has been totally taken off the books. So, no Batwoman. We might see a proper Flash, but then we don't know what's happening with
CW's
that.
No
They're-
Batgirl.
They're taking. I think everything's restarting from Flashpoint. That's how they're going. That's why they're still going forward with this,
Yeah.
with that movie. So everything's getting a reboot.
So, the idea that we could possibly see a Clooney Batman in this, with everything that's been going on, is not far fetched. But being that it's now kind of a we're not going down that road, opens the question of which Batmans would we want to see in the new DCEU? Like,
Well, the current one still has a spot, but he's not considered part of that universe.
yeah,
I'm
he's
not
in his
mistaken.
own
Yeah.
thing. Same thing with the Joker movie. Like, they're not connected
Right.
directly. But if we were to have a DCEU Batman, which Batman would you want? Chris, choose your Batman.
Why does that fit? Why did I just hear that? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What is this man's name?
Describe the Bat.
Are we talking about at this age? Because we're talking about this, like,
see,
as far
that's
as
the thing, they're
older.
not
We're talking
saying
about an
what-
older Batman.
Well,
I'm thinking
Pick a Batman.
Michael Keaton if it's going to talk about an older Batman.
So you
No, it's not
Keaton-
older. It's
Keaton
now.
Keaton might be in the Flash movie, right?
Yeah, he might be in the Flash.
So there's a chance that he's going to be in somewhat.
Okay.
So you still sticking with him, or
no,
you think
what's
someone
that
else?
Dude's name. Married to Jennifer Lopez.
Ben.
Yeah, him.
Yes.
Well, here's the tricky
Affleck.
part. The story they're going with, we get a Robin. And not just any Robin. We get Damien.
Damien. Yep.
So
I know who I want if we get Damien.
how do you have that work with Ben Affleck? You gotta
Well, he's Ben is the oldest. So he could be the Batman that has.
but then they're
Damien.
also going with a younger Superman. That was the thing.
All right, so pick a new Batman.
Well, I'm
Say all
on
day.
Team Ben all day.
I mean, they've already. How many people have they already got rid of when it comes to?
DCEU. Yeah, we
So-
don't have Gal Gadot. So Wonder Woman scrapped. I think Aquaman is not gonna be moved forward.
There's
He's switching roles.
yeah, cause he's a
He's going
Lobo.
to be Lobo.
Right.
which he should have been in the first place.
So,
But that's neither here nor there.
Chico, choose your bat.
I really can't.
Why not?
Because I need to know what age range they want to go with first, and I really need to know who's going to be Damien. I know who should be Damien. He might be too old for it at this point, but
Who?
it's whatever. 5.
Oh, for Umbrella
Umbrella
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah, he would definitely give me Damien.
He could play younger
vibes.
because Damien acts older than his age because of who he was trained by.
Yes, but you know how he looks. Acting and looking are two different things.
Right.
If they had decided to do this when Umbrella Academy first came out, win for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Considering what's happening with The Last of Us and the actress who's playing Ellie.
Mhm.
Ellie's supposed to be much younger than she is, but she's like 19 in real life. So she's actually the age of Ellie in Last of Us 2. So I think it could work that you get an older actor who looks kind of young to play Damien. I don't know. I don't think it's too far off that could happen. But who knows? But if you did know the situation of the bat, just pick somebody, just for the sake of having it for the people.
Oh, I can't sing it. Dang. Jeopardy song.
I wouldn't have mind
Good job.
Affleck because I kind of wanted to see what he was writing originally for the solo Batman movie. So
Cool. Well, if you've paid attention at all for the time that this show's ran, Ben is my bat. Like, followed by
That's my bad. Mine.
followed by
oh no,
oh,
and I cannot think of his name,
making a bat change.
but the voice actor that was Batman for the most recent cartoons movies.
I don't know who the new actor is.
I can't think of his name, but he also was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I know he can do the whole superhero role.
Yeah, I'm all about Ben. From what happened in BVS, I felt there was so much potential. And I hate that we haven't seen something come about because of all the stuff that's happening with WB and DC and all that. I want
Zachary Gordon.
Let me see.
this detour has been brought to you by Google.
They don't pay us anything.
All right. Well, with that, we'll move it to the next one.
James O'Mara.
So there you go.
Or Jason O'Mara. My only issue with Affleck is that I liked how he worked with Cavill. So
Well, there's no Cavill, so
right,
there's
that would be weird.
Yeah.
So that saves them there from that. Moving on.
Footloose and fancy free.
So Chico,
Yes.
if you haven't been paying attention to him and his, help me out, Comics of Color?
I haven't posted anything on there in a while.
That's what it is, right?
Comics for the culture.
Thank you, Comics for the Culture.
Yeah, money's tight.
He puts out
Collecting comics is hard.
his posts on comics that are of the more melanin variety. And he's constantly supporting artists on Kickstarter who produce these books. And so I just happened to see that he kickstarted another project. I was like, hey, we don't talk about this stuff too much. Why don't we just bring that into the conversation? So this is one of your picks. Tell us about it.
It's Nana the Were Spider. I have 2 or 3 volumes of it so far. It's done by a great guy, Greg. We met him at BlurredCon. Couldn't tell you what year that was, but since that meetup, I've been following him and what he does. And this one is kind of special because one of our brethren from school is the artist for it.
Let's do a little scroll
Sean
action.
Hill.
So, Sean.
Well, that's Greg.
Oh, well, let's give him some respect. All right. So that's Greg. He is the writer and creator. And then this is our pencil and inker, Sean Hill. So, Sean's one of our esteemed alum from the Duke Ellington School of the Arts.
Oh, that's what we do now? That's what we do now? We are the now? Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
If
God.
University of Miami can do
Woo.
the, if Ohio State can do
The.
or
Every HBCU does the now.
how does that work for Howard?
The Howard University.
Really? Okay. Well,
Absolutely.
well,
Oh,
we
my
are
God.
Duke Ellington
The
School of the Arts
Yeah.
alum. But yeah, but Sean has been doing all types of books. So this is a support.
Yes.
Good luck. We have to make sure that we see him at a con with books and throw it at him, like sign them all.
And his Marvel book just came out.
Which title?
He's doing the X-Men solo book for Bishop, War College.
Cool. So, for this particular book, it has 24 days left at the time that we're doing this show.
And you see how he's killing it.
Surprisingly, this project is almost funded. So we can expect that this project will be overfunded.
By the time,
Yeah.
by the time the show airs.
So, congratulations to Sean for repping and doing his thing. You haven't had a chance to see Sean at a show yet, have you?
At a show?
Yeah, at a
Yeah, you
convention.
haven't caught up to the main convention.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of cool to just like chill out and talk. Like, and if you're watching Sean, don't take any offense to what I'm about to say. There's kind of a big brother-ish family thing that we have when we have our olders and youngers.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that kind of comes through whenever we talk. And it's kind of cool that we have that type of relationship with our alum. But there's a point when you're older and it's like, I see you as an equal. But the conversation doesn't seem to change that much. But yeah, he's a talented artist. And I'm happy to see that there's a project that's out there on Kickstarter that
Maybe
is
he's
going to get
just
funded.
respecting his elders.
I changed the camera on this show, damn it. So I don't care what you say. I don't care one bit.
Clearly, but thank you for proving my point that you're a grumpy old man. Moving right along.
Moving right along, because I will not stand for such insolence.
Speaking of standing for insolence,
Thank you.
the way this bread has been rising
Too much
on
yeast.
these games.
Too much yeast in the bread.
Too much yeast.
You want to finish? You want to finish the lead in?
So lately, somebody thought of it as a good idea to raise the price on video games. It's bad enough when it raised from $49.99. I'm sorry, $39.99
Yes.
to $49.99. But we was like, all right, I guess. Then it went from $49.99 to $59.99. Tough pill, but we swallowed it.
And I mean, we saw them graphics and was like, okay.
Okay. But now y'all want to take it to a daggone 70. I'm sorry, it ain't even stopping at 70. Well, the
depends on what
core
system.
not even this what system. What the core price is? You talking about? Well, yeah, because PC. Shout outs to PC that still haven't lost that daggone mind. But consoles, like what? $70 or $69.99 to make it to ooh, I can't say
Drop
what I
that
want to
penny.
say.
Nerd life is expensive.
Shout out to the kids that I work with, so I can't.
Should I pick up the slack on this so you can breathe a little bit? All right. So so we're now looking at the $70 era
Screw people over.
coming
that
into
was
view.
a nice way of saying it.
So picking up where you left off, we've been seeing this incline for some time, and Nintendo is getting ready to jump out the box with their first $70 game on a console that is old as dirt as far as technology and is way overextended as far as technology, but they're looking to drop a $70 game with the next Zelda release. What we're seeing with the Xbox Series systems and the PS5 systems, we're seeing $70, $80 games as normal prices for games. Is this something that is just going to happen, and possibly some games will stay in that $60 range? Probably not. It's looking like this might be the standard.
And then the Lord created the Steam Deck, where we just add stuff to the wish list until it becomes
A Steam sale.
on sale.
Listen. So the method I've been using is what I'm using now is so for now, like if it came out in 2022, if it's not less than if the discount is less than 30%, I'm not getting it because of course we all know how it goes down in the summer, especially the wintertime. Those
Winter
sales
sales
be
great.
yeah. So I'm just like, I got more than enough games. Don't. Oh, I thought you were about to say the number.
What?
No, I was gonna stop you before you said the number
What? No.
I think
Nothing.
The number
of games that I have.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No.
Good. Don't do that. Like you just said before you even.
No.
Okay. So I have a lot
You're
of.
looking at me. No, we're good.
But yeah, I got a lot of Steam games. So and I'm in school, so I don't even have time to play the games that I got between Steam and
And he
Nintendo
gifts a
and
lot of
Switch.
He's nice.
Kids, see, I told you I was a good person.
He's nice.
But anyway, yeah, and I got some games for my kids. So yeah, I can wait.
Buttering up his kids because he knows that they're watching.
I am who I am.
He's trying to get us some more likes and subscribes.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Like, subscribe if you're watching.
Hit the alert button.
Hit the alert button. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so I have enough to carry me throughout the year, a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nostalgia of like, oh my God, it's this new game that came out. Oh, it's on my wish list. But yeah, if it's less than 30, no.
So I'm on the opposite end of that. Like for me, I keep thinking about game preservation. Like a lot of these games is the whole thing of digital distribution. You buy the game with fake money, internet monies, and you download ones and zeros on your computer, and then one day that computer dies and you lose all of your games. Well, not in the case of Steam, but let's say Steam went away. Then you lose all of that. You don't have a disc. You don't have a cartridge. You don't have any type of media to put that game back into your system and play those games again. It's like the whole thing of what's happening on eBay, where a lot of these older games are being sought after now because you can't get it any other way. Like, you can't get all pro football the way that you did before. You can't get the Blitz 2, the league, and like the prices are astronomical because it's no longer in print. And like some of these games don't make it into online stores. So it's a bitter pill to swallow to ever think that we would ever pay $70 at the minimum for a game. But for me, again, the first thought is game preservation. But my second thought is the price for making these games, the cost for making these games, have skyrocketed for the developers. Like, not everybody's making an indie game. Most of these stuffs are AAA titles. They're expensive to make. Hogwarts Legacy, which thankfully on PC, reasonably priced with all these possible discounts that you can get the game. But on console, it's a $70 game. $60 minimum. 70 or 80 if you wanted to get the deluxe.
And then isn't there some type of collector's box or something?
collector's
That's
edition.
like,
$300 for that, but that's a special. That's one of those special deals. That's not like a standard thing, so we're not really going to count that. It's just the whole thing of, I feel for the industry because it's a big entertainment place. The cost is higher. Like the game that we talked about in the last show that has been talked about for years and hasn't come out. The day after,
wait for it, it will come.
the development time might be long, which means that it takes more money to pay those developers to get this game out. They got to pay for all the server farms that they got. Like, there's cost. And even though I'm not a fan of DLC and pay to play and all the other types of things, I understand. But yeah, as a
It's
whole,
hitting the streamers' pockets.
as a whole, I'm not a fan. And agreeing with Chico, thank you, all of y'all at Valve, for making the Steam Deck. You made PC gaming accessible to me, and I couldn't have been happier. It's changed my worldview on digital.
Can you imagine how it would be if we were streaming?
What do you mean?
So, Gotham Knights, Modern Warfare 2, highly anticipated games. So, as soon as it comes out, you're a streamer. That's what you do. You want those games in hand, day one, start streaming.
You gotta pay for the game if you have a following. Okay, well, there you go. That solves your problem. Get to streaming.
But you have to be a top streamer to be able to get that done.
So, what was that? The pressure. Pressure. Oh,
My mind went.
that.
Like, I start streaming tomorrow, can't get nothing done.
Interesting. Well, yeah. So
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah. So yeah, that's insane. So let's close out on this question then. I already know the answer, but if it's not a 30% off game, are there titles that you like, even if it's $70, you'll be like, nah, I ain't doing that? Or is it going to be a case by case basis for you?
Now that I know what I know as far as the websites that I can go to get things discounted,
Fair enough.
absolutely not.
Fair enough. Chico.
Dude, I don't go to theaters at this point. I'm patient with mine. I'm not streaming. I don't have to have nothing up day one. I'm good. I can happily wait for a sale.
If there's something that I'm like, I want to make sure that I have it for forever, whatever forever is, I'm getting physical. I'm buying physical. But
Well, that's a collector mindset. So
well, it's that, and again, I've come from the whole thing of preservation. So, like, if I were to ever have a kid, here's my collection of games that I bought that you will never touch
It's so
because you're
different.
like, they're old, daddy. But here,
no
I leave these for you.
it's no different from with me in comics. So I get it.
I mean, I have a crate full of PS3 games. Like, I bought it from my coworker back in like 2015, 16. Yeah.
So there you go, physical. Some of those games
Whoa.
you will never be able to play unless you have a PS3.
Well, that wasn't the reason
the
why
disc.
I did
Well,
it.
I'm just saying that you just.
But
have them.
yeah.
Who knows? You may want to whip out Devil May Cry one time and. Go
The
through
thing
that.
is, like, I want to share these games with my students, but you know,
Well, you could talk to them right now and tell them.
no, it's like I'm joking. I'm just not fitting to bring no daggone like that. The system, no,
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's not as easy
I
as
don't
back in the day.
drive right now, so well, I drive now,
Well,
but I'm not driving right now, so
well, it's not like me traveling back and forth with a duffel. That was back-breaking labor. Now I have back pain. From because I didn't have people in my neighborhood to play games with. I had to take it to the school to play games during lunchtime and play my Sega Saturn because no one would come out to visit. No, but for real, I did do that because I didn't have
Oh
anybody
yeah,
in
that
my
was
neighborhood to
before.
play
I
games.
think that was right before he started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
cool.
You.
Oh,
He used to bring his system and everything into the lunchroom.
the lunchroom.
Oh yeah.
That's where the TV was.
That was where the TV was.
And then when I couldn't,
It was a
do
big
it there-
plasma joint.
No. It
No,
was a
the
little
little
tube
joint
TV.
that was sitting up on the wall that
up
they
in
never
the,
turned
in the
on.
corners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it there, I did it in Mr. Bennett's class. That was the other place, and then sometimes in the photo room. So wherever I could find a TV, it's
I never went in that. I think
yeah.
I halfway went in that photo room. Anyway,
well. With all that, let's close out the show. So, all of us gave our opinions on the whole thing, the $70 game thing. It sucks, but
Yep.
we all deal with it with our own ways. Either Steam sale, wait for it to go, or make your wife mad. She does a very good job of keeping it inside, but she knows that I have no other life. So it is what it is. So let's go say goodbye. For Chris.
peace.
For Chico. For Kristen and Tanisha. I am Tim. And I buy collections, versions of games. YouTube. Subscribe, hit the alert button. When a new episode goes up, you will be notified. If you're on the podcast directories, listen to us on the go. If you listen on Apple, beautiful. If not, there's other platforms that you can listen to our show in the podcast directories. And of course, we do have merch and stuff if you'd like to support us there. And of course, we keep doing this for y'all. So You keep watching, you keep listening, we'll keep creating somehow, as long as we can afford to do it, because it is 2023. So there's that.
You know how our budget is.
So
Nil.
for ILNL,
This is ILNL.
this is IL Zero,
You know, this is
What?
I Zero. Good job, Chico. Now I won't ever get that out of my head.
you're welcome.
All right.
Jeez, first eggs, now video games.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs?
Eggs.
Price of eggs have
Oh, the price of eggs.
Yes.
I didn't put that connection together. So side comment. My friend who works on a farm, his chickens got scared, so they stopped laying eggs. They just kept like staying in the coop, and so he had to go to the town and go buy eggs. He calls me up from the grocery store and is like, "Man, the price of these eggs is expensive." And it's like, "Yeah, you haven't bought an egg in like how many years?"
Oh, he has to change the feed. Crap.
Yeah.
I forgot. I gotta. If I can find it. There's a There's this. If you change the feed of the egg of the chicken feed.
What, they'll produce eggs? Mm-hmm. What, it's like change their mood?
It won't change the.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
catnip for chickens?
changing the diet and all.
Oh, well, I don't think he was going to go that far into it. But either way, yes, eggs are expensive. Farmers, I hope you play video games, and that means you might watch our show and know that we are there for you and the chickens. You sure is pretty.